have crickets coming in the room. I can kill a cricket. Anyway, and then when Allie and I were playing yesterday, having that one duo just roll up on us and just kill us, even while we're saying in voice chat, hey, we're friendly. And it's probably because those guys have voice chat off, and they're probably a killer, you know, hunter-seeker-killer duo. It's still not enough to put me off to the game because there's enough other stuff that I can do that I'm having fun with it. But yeah, I have heard horror stories of people who are like, you know, somebody did try to lure me in yesterday. He was like, hey man, I've got a, and I totally, it was funny as hell when I was streaming because he was like, hey man, I've got a key to get into this room for some cool loot. You want to come? And I'm like, nah, thanks, man. I'm full up. I'm extracting out. And he's like, oh, you're full up, huh? And it's like, that's right, bitch. Come try to get me. Um, like, I have no desire to play with fake friendlies. And like, you get a lot of people in chat like, hey, you want to team up? You want to team up? You want to team up? It's like, I don't want to team up. You know? I've played with Allie. I've played with Deeks. I'm happy to play with other community members. Dribrom, I'm sure will team up at some point. But I honestly don't have that much of an incentive to play duos either. I don't mind hanging out with community members and playing, but it's way more stressful to play duos than it is solo. Because the moment you go into a duo queue, the PvP ramps up a notch, and I much prefer the solo experience because it's been fairly chill. But the one thing I really dislike about Arc Raiders right now is the streamer wars, because people are making assumptions like based on the outfit that you wear, and it's like, fuck off. Like, I'm not participating in your stupid childish games. Like, oh, but you're wearing so and so's armor, you're wearing so and so's outfit, you're shoot on sight. And I'm like, how old are you? Like, that is the kind of stuff that will drive me away from a video game. So I'm hopeful that these big streamers will eventually get bored and move on, because I would like to keep playing over the next couple of months and just slowly, you know, progress my way through the quests and, you know, try out an event or two. But what I don't want to deal with is the stupid stuff that revolves around some of these big streamers who have like 50,000 people watching them, and they do these stupid streamer wars and stuff, and I get people coming in my chat going, bungalators, and oh, you're wearing so and so's armor, we're gonna shoot you on sight. Oh, you better not wear that helmet or you're gonna be shoot on sight.
The first main?
You have arrived in Reaper's March at a critical time. The soul of the Khajiiti people and the entire Dominion are in crisis. May Nakusli is tainted by evil. He will never again be fit to lead our
What's up, Thandar? Welcome. Good morning, sir. Thanks again for the resub over on YouTube.
Will be Main. You must help them walk the path, for you are the Moon Howl. Without a new Main, the Khajiit will fall. The Dominion will fall. Walk well in the light of Jode and Joan, and you shall succeed, Moonhallowed.
The vision of the first main himself. Ridata here, in the clearing. You are the Moon Hallowed.
Yeah, Joe, I think, like, I had somebody trying to argue in chat the other day. It was like, the whole reason to play this game is to shoot other players, and I'm like, not a single one of these quests has ever had me go after another player. 100% of the quests are about going up against the Ark and exploring the zones and figuring out what the Ark are and where they came from and how to fight back against the Ark. And like, there's a quest. You have a quest right now to kill other players. And I'm like, no, I don't. What I had was a feat, which is like a daily, that had nothing to do with kill other players. It was do damage to other raiders. And I was like, you do realize that those are optional. Those are not the quests. And there are ways to do that respectfully without killing other players, because it doesn't say kill another player, it just says do damage. So you could be in an extract area and open your mic and be like, hey guys, I need to do damage to other players for this feat. Do you guys mind if after we push the button, I shoot you guys? You'll still extract with your loot. I just need to get the credit for this. Like, there are respectful ways to do that without killing other players. Because there's no incentive to kill the other players. There's like minimal to negligible XP for killing another player. There's no, like, you don't get anything from killing other players other than, if they happen to have a rare piece of item on them, you might, get something cool from them. But I don't know. Like, uh, it's I'm having fun with it, but
This one is
it's
just a humble priest.
I think for me
Who
the
is she
reason
to
I'm able to have
question
fun
the
with it right
judgment
now
of
is
the
also
first
because
named?
it's something wildly different from
Kazana
anything else
Bijou
I've ever
must
played before,
congratulate you and
and
express her regrets.
I'm happy to experiment
The
with new
path
things
of the
because it
hallowed
makes me money.
will
If I
not be
wasn't
an easy
making
one to
money,
walk.
I probably would never have played that game. Like, honestly, if I wasn't making money playing Arc Raiders, I probably never would have tried it. Like, but it gets good every time I stream. I get good traffic. The videos do a decent amount of views. I spent $40 on it. I've probably already made several $100s off of those videos and streams, so I've definitely made my money back and, contributed to paying my bills. So like, but if I wasn't doing this for a living, and yeah, I probably wouldn't have ever played that game.
You must not linger here, Moonhallowed. Now that you know your place in the world, you must go to the people of Arentia. The sons and daughters of Joan and Jode call for your aid. The moonlight sings to Kazana Bijou. Sings of the
Because I'm way
darkness
happier playing
inside
Cyberpunk
Maine,
or
Akuziri.
2077
He is
or
in a
this
league
game or
with
Fallout
the
76
Calovians who have
or
taken
any
the
of my
city.
single player
It
RPGs.
is your duty. You must help the people of the city and do what you can for Akuzri. An eye has opened on Arentia, one of Queen Aren's personal agents. Seek the wood elf known as Cariel by the road into the city, and I shall see you again at our appointed hour.
Alright.
Tamit, moon hallowed. As if there was ever any doubt in my heart. With all your practice guiding me, I think you will make a fine guide for Kali and Shaza. Make this swift.
My friend, you cannot imagine how grateful I am to see you. I have need of a veteran in the Queen's service today. What brings you to Arenthia?
A priestess told me I'd find you here.
A priestess of the... All right. Hey, we need to get things done here. Whatever brought you up the road, I'm not going to complain.
You're not going to complain. Thanks for the sub over on Twitch, Glyph TV. Why did it not pop that up in my Streamlabs? It didn't show me that. Streamlabs, you're being cranky this morning. It's not showing me TikTok chat, and it's not showing me all the updates.
I have absolutely no idea why a Luna priest would send you to me, but I'll take all the help I can get. We've got a lot of work to do.
How can I help?
Arenthia has been taken by invaders from the north, Calovians. I've been tasked to help the local resistance. It's a ragtag group led by a woman named Kazira. We have a rough plan, but we need help. To start with, grab a uniform off of this scout.
Then
Head
what?
to the safe house in the market. It's the hut with the lion statue at the bottom of the steps. Oh, and stop to listen to the propaganda illusion playing in the market square. It'll give you a sense of what we're up against.
Here's what I was just thinking of. Like, you guys, did any of you ever play Outriders? because I honestly am, if Arc Raiders was a co-op PvE RPG shooter like Outriders, like I would have way more fun. Like I mean, I would have more incentive to play it. Like Outriders was a blast to me. I loved the storyline, and the fact that it was solo or co-op was really cool. And so I look at the story of Arc Raiders is what initially drew me to it. The extraction shooter thing, not really. I don't play extraction shooters. But when I looked at it, when I played the server slam, I went, oh, there's a story here. There are quests. Oh, okay. I'm interested in that part of the game. But like blueprints and expeditions and player camping and maxing your gear. But quests and cutscenes and that's the stuff. It's my bread and butter, man. Bread and butter. Glyph says, found your stream through your Mentat build for Dune. Been enjoying your stream so far. Thank you. I would.
See you there.
I know they're still early in the life cycle for Dune. I can't wait for the next story drop. I'm very content to just wait and play in between. But man, oh man, would it be cool if there was more to do in Dune Awakening. Alright, I need to put that outfit on, I think. Where did that go? Ah, here we are, appearance. Colovian uniform. Very Roman Legion. Thandar said, I heard the funniest thing the other day. Hateful angry gamers bagging out Black Ops 7 as a failure because it performed worse than Veilguard. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, you ruined my disguise. I was not paying attention. And I think once my disguise is down, everybody's gonna kill me now. I don't think I get to keep walking around with no disguise. Yeah, my disguise is blown now. Yeah, Joe, I'm in the same boat. Like, I normally don't play
Welcome to
extraction
the
games
Renfail
specifically because I hate PvP. But the fact that it had a solo storyline, I was like, or solo friendly storyline, I was like, I'll give it a shot. And I'm still having fun. I don't really feel when it's just me and I get taken out. I there's a little bit of I feel sad. Not for me, but I feel sad for the other player who ignored my voice chat and killed me because I don't have anything on me. I'm running free loadouts. There's no incentive to kill me. It's just children being children, and I feel sad for that other person. But when I'm playing with my friends, and it's like I'm doing stuff online and you're in a group with your friends and someone refuses to use voice comms and they wipe you out even when you're just questing. That's when I get a little frustrated because it's like Bitch, we were on voice chat saying we're friendly, and we're like saying we could quest together, we could go take out a bastion together, we could do stuff together, and instead you killed us just because? Why? Like, what's the need to do that, you know? So I don't enjoy that. That's not where I don't enjoy those feelings. I don't enjoy those emotions. So why would I invest a lot of time into something that has those types of feelings and emotions with it, if that makes sense? Um, but looking at Outriders, I loved Outriders, and if they were to make a game like Arc Raiders that had, you know, or if Arc Raiders added a solo friendly mode to it, I would play the shit out of it and I would be incentivized to go do my, you know, gear progression and all that other stuff. Never heard of it, Dribrum.
Bright moons, traveler. I am Kajira, clan mother of Yorentia. Carrie tells me we can expect great things out of you. That's good. We'll need all the help we can get.
Okay. What's the plan?
The Colovians are being deceived, and the truth will set us free. Gariel has learned that this attack on the march was prompted by the Stonefire cult. Worm cultists at the beck and call of Javad-Tarn whisper in General Lavinia's ear.
Will this information set you? Why will this information set you free?
The Colovians, for all their flaws, are a faithful people. If they find out that their general is in league with a Daedric cult, their resolve will break. But Lavinia herself will never crack. We need to wring a confession out of her second.
Who is?
A centurion named Gavo. He runs the tower district for Lavinia. Gavo keeps a leash on his troops. He follows orders to a fault, and he keeps a tight schedule. Search the district for his plans, and we'll know just where to find him. That part of the city is named for the large tower at the back of the district. Gariel will meet you there once you found what you're looking for. Go quickly. We have much to do, and we still have the main to sort out.
Copy that. For those of you just tuning in for the first time, don't forget we are live in 4 places: YouTube, Twitch, Kick, and TikTok. TikTok and Kick are the newest platforms. We just added those about 6-8 weeks ago. Everything in between the streams happens over on YouTube. So if you want to watch vertical format, you can hang out on TikTok. If you want to watch horizontal, you can do Kick, Twitch, or YouTube. Support wherever you prefer. This is the day job. I play a lot of games. We start every morning at about 4 a.m. Central. We're about an hour into the morning stream today. Currently playing Elder Scrolls Online, which I play on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, and I play Elder Scrolls Online Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays for the first stream of the day. Currently, we're doing one stream in the morning from about 4 a.m. to 7 a.m. Then I take a break for breakfast and workout, and then I come back at about 8 or 9 a.m. and we do a second stream in the morning for a total of about 6 hours in the morning. Then we come back in the afternoon and do another 2 to 3 hours around 3 or 4 p.m. Central. Play a lot of games. This is the day job. I also review movies and TV shows. Currently watching Pluribus. Just wrapped up The Witcher Season 4 with my wife. We're going to be watching Stranger Things, the final season, which I think is this week, in a couple of days. And I just started my Stargate marathon rewatch, where I'm going to be rewatching the entirety of the Stargate franchise, starting with Episode 1, which we did yesterday. All of Stargate SG-1, all of Stargate Atlantis, all of Stargate Universe, because Amazon just announced there's a new Stargate coming for the first time in 14 years. And it's going to take us about a year, maybe a little bit longer, to get through all that stuff. So stay tuned for all those things. So yeah, and again, YouTube is where everything happens in between the streams. All the reviews, discussions, game guides, stuff like that. It is a lot of stuff. We're coming up on our 4th year anniversary in February. 4 years of full-time, which is awesome. This is the relaxed morning stream. Coffee and cats and games. I have a Homestead YouTube channel if you want to watch more ducks and cats and chicken content. And of course, all the social media. Si habla español, buenos días. También hablo español. Mi esposa es mexicana y estoy en México por 15 años. Obviamente los streams están en inglés, pero si hablan español, Deja los comentarios en chat. No hay problema. Podemos chat la misma. Happy to have all y'all here. All right. You know, I like the. I might hang on. I just happened to pop over into Discord. So the shelves on the walls I can't do Dribrom for the cat stuff, but I bet I could. I would have to. Here's the problem. So like the tree branch one, where they put like a tree branch with rope around it and stuff. I could do that. The problem is that where we live, there are there's termites where we live, like lots of termites. And so if I put something wood in my office, we had problems the first year we lived here. If you go back on my channel, when we first moved into this homestead, this is probably about 4 years ago, you'll notice that I had my office, I wasn't using a green screen, and I had my desk on that wall, and I had the bed behind me and a bookshelf that was off in the corner. And on that bookshelf, I had like some Legos, and I put my little Christmas tree up in the holidays and stuff. About 6 months in to us living here, we were cleaning the office one day, and I pulled that bookshelf away from the wall, and there was fucking termites all over the backside of the bookshelf, and they had gotten in and eaten like the bottom 8 inches of the back of the bookshelf. So I cut that section of the bookshelf off, took care of the termites, thought I did, and you know, we did poison and everything else. And then about 2 weeks later, went to go clean, and there were more termites in that same corner of the room. So I got rid of the bookshelf. It's in another room now. We cut that portion off, burned it, did another round of extermination, and then moved the bookshelf off into a storage room. And we ended up doing a concrete patch where we sealed all the corners of the room, and we have not had problems since. But like when I've showed on the Homestead channel, like if you walk around our neighborhood, we have lots of trees because we're in the middle of like a tropical jungle setting, and every single tree has big, thick, like inch round tunnels that go up every single tree limb, up all the. There's just termites everywhere because of the environment that we live in. So the problem when you bring wood into the house is you're inviting termites in, even if you treat the wood. But I do like the look of that DIY cat tree where they have like because we have so many wood, like there's limbs that fall down all the time that I could go grab from the woods and use to make like a makeshift cat tree behind me. But I'm terrified of termites. Termites are even bad where my brother-in-law, my wife's brother, him and his wife had some papers, like birth certificates and stuff, in a room in their house, and they hadn't gone in there for like 6 or 8 months, and they needed to get some birth certificates for one of their kids to go to the doctor. And they went into the storage room and opened up the box, and the termites had gotten into the box and eaten like half of the birth certificates and all these documents they had. So yeah, termites are an issue here where we live, which sucks. But Yesmer says I haven't played ESO in a minute. It's a good game. Alejandro says I haven't played in maybe 8 years, but I've been itching to play. It's a good time to play. I mean, I'm having a blast. There's lots of content is the big thing. Yeah, this is not a place for elven tree houses for sure. I'm a big fan of shadow dropping. I think that shadow dropping is a way better solution than teasing a game 7 years before it comes out. Like, dude, knock it off. Like, any company who does that shit, just if it's ready, ready. You know, I get it. You want to ramp up marketing and everything else, but I also would like to think, and I think that's why he's alluding to that. I would, from what I understand, they had
The
such a
comfort
successful
of a
launch
fire
with the
has
Oblivion
ruined your
remastered
time as
Shadow
much as
Drop
in mine.
that I think Bethesda is way more incentivized now to do more Shadow Drops because they don't have to run the risk of like people who are cranky about this, that, or the other. They can just game's ready, boom. Correct. Because I also think that Bethesda in particular has had a bad run of people who see an announcement video. Starfield is a perfect example. People started making up in their minds all of these things about what they thought Starfield was going to be when the company never said any of those things about Starfield. And then Starfield launches and you get all these asshats. Bethesda said this, that, or the other. No, they didn't. They never said those things. You just made those things up in your head based on trailers that you saw, and then you were upset about the game when it came out. And I feel like if those players had never had those preconceived notions, they would have never had those emotional reactions because they just would have played the game and went, oh, this is what the game is. So I think shadow dropping is a great solution to avoid the issue of people making shit up and then having an emotionally um, childlike reaction to things. Just shadow drop it all. I'm a big fan of that. Shadow drop all the things. People can't be disappointed if they've not been led to believe something. And also we can see, as in the case of like Oblivion Remaster, like Bethesda has a massive audience. Notwithstanding your Matty Plays and Luke Stevens and those types of people, like Bethesda has a massive audience of millions and millions of players around the world, of people like me who love their games and who are going to play every game they ever publish, always until we die. And I just want more. So I don't care if it's more Elder Scrolls. I don't care if it's more Fallout. I don't care if it's more Starfield. Shadow drop more. I'm okay with all those things.
People of Renfail,
We did
do
what
not
we
fear
had
us.
to.
But I think I like the idea of teasing leading to bad expectations. Exactly. Take that out of the equation, and I think you would find that way more people would be just happy that a new game is out. Like, oh my god, we get a new Bethesda game. This is fucking awesome. Instead of like, here's a trailer, and then you have these asshats who will then pick the trailer apart for the next 6 months, talking about all the things they dislike about the trailer. Or then bitching that it's taking too long to come out. Like, but yeah, Elder Scrolls 6 in particular, like they released that teaser trailer like 6 or 7 years ago now. Like, come on now. That's even I, as a huge fan of Bethesda, will say, why the fuck did you put out a trailer if your game was 7 years away from, not even 7, like we're still nowhere near release. So if it's going to be 10 years, like what's the point of doing a teaser trailer if your game is 10 years away? Like, we know you're working on another Elder Scrolls game. You're Bethesda. Elder Scrolls is one of your franchises. We know that you're working on more. We also know that you're doing Starfield. We don't need you to release a teaser trailer 10 years in advance, you know? to tell us that you're working on something. Like, all you got to do is publish a blog post that says, "Hey guys, we're working on these 5 games," and that's it. But you don't. Yeah, even I will be like that. That's
Well met.
unnecessary
How did it go?
to do a teaser trailer and then 7 years later. Yasmir said, "I only ever did the main story and the Morrowind DLC. The amount of content in ESO is a little overwhelming." Um, I mean, yes, but also it's a perfect thing for new players because there's so much to do. You can just start going and
Excellent. Let me see.
have fun.
This is an amazing find, my friend. With this, by the green, we'll retake the city for sure. But first things first, we need to get the Centurion to Kazira.
And how would we do that?
Gavo is doing us a favor by delivering himself right to this tower. He's meeting someone he doesn't know. Get up inside the tower and watch for him coming from the gates. When he arrives, pretend you're Thorn's envoy.
Okay.
We need him alive, right? You talk, I get into position. Then I introduce him to the butt of my dagger. Pretty simple, as these things go.
Okay.
Keep to your feet.
You say that. I don't think it's going to be that simple. Book.
Centurion Gabo. Good day, sir.
At ease, soldier. Good day indeed.
A good day indeed.
Back from the docks, sir?
Yes. Inventory went well.
I do have ESO Plus. Yep.
Make sure I'm not disturbed.
The only reason I have it though is because I'm actively crafting. So if you're not gonna craft, you have no reason to break down items. And if you're not breaking down items, you don't need the ESO Plus subscription because you don't need the crafting space. You don't need the bag space. Like if you just
must be
sell
Thorn's
everything you
contact.
loot, then you'll never need the ESO crafting bag. Like it's that simple. If you play the game and you're not going to craft, then you have no reason to deconstruct items. Therefore, sell it all, use the coin. You don't need a subscription. But if you are going to craft, then you're going to need the subscription. If you're going to, and I made a video about this the other day. I did my Ultimate Beginner's Guide to Crafting in Elder Scrolls Online. The short version is that if you're going to play this game free and you want to craft, you need to pick one crafting profession and that's it, because you will not be able to contain all of the deconstruction items you need to craft all of the other professions. That is why they have that optional ESO membership, because guess what? You're getting this game free in the sense that you don't have to pay a monthly subscription, and you can do all the things you want to do with the limitation of space. And you could totally work within those limitations if you are going to be a free-to-play player, like you're going to play without the monthly subscription. I do not think that free-to-play players should get access to more storage, because there is plenty of storage. You can increase it at the stable every single day. You can buy more for cash, in-game cash, not real-life cash. You can go to the pack merchant, I think is what it's called, and increase your storage space that way. There are plenty of ways to increase your storage space. But the only reason you would need to run the ESO Plus subscription is if you plan on doing all the crafting professions like I am doing. Otherwise, you don't need it.
The Divines bless and keep you on this glorious day. Believe me, the pleasure is all mine. I never thought I'd have the chance to work with the illustrious Tharn family. If my old mother could see me now.
Supposed to get an update on how things are progressing?
Very well so far. We're taking stock of what we've managed to recover from the city in terms of material. I just came from reviewing our progress on the docks.
Ah, good. I think you'll do nicely, Centurion. Bunk!
Nice work. Not bad, if I do say so myself. He went down like a sack of eel jerky.
How do we get him to Kazira?
You're going to love this. You're going to walk their commanding officer right past the damn Colovians, straight out the front gate.
Yeah, but you don't need to forage if you're not crafting. Like, literally every single time I see someone complaining about the lack of inventory space in ESO. I'm like, well, you're free to play. You're not. Oh, you want to craft and harvest and do this, and this? Well, servers cost money to maintain. If you want to do all of these things, then you need to pay for those things. Otherwise, you have the limitation of saying, I'm just going to buy the game and play the game. Here's the stories. You can play all the story content. You get all the quest updates and everything else. You can play 100% of the game with that box purchase. You don't also need to be doing this, and this. So if you want to do this, and this, that's storage space. That's infrastructure cost. That's them needing to have a server space for your items to be stored in a digital place. Like, somebody has to pay for that. Like, it's not, yeah. Pony up and pay.
Our mutual friend, Mr. Razandar, has this appreciation for disguise. He may have even shown you this earring he keeps around. It has a very simple illusion spell woven into it. No good for long-term missions, but perfect for quick infiltration.
So all appear as Gavin. Right, and you don't even have to, like, you don't even have to craft it. You don't want to. Just buy it from other players or get it in the game. Like, you could just...
I'm going to gag him and dress him as your prisoner. Then, like I said, you simply walk him out the front gate. Easy as lying. This will take just a moment. You ready?
Sure.
Now to wake him up. Smelling salt should do the trick.
What happened? Who are you?
Another word and you're dead. Get up. This is your escort. Follow them and don't speak. You won't see me, but I'll be watching. Try anything and you'll be the first to die. Nod if you understand me. Such a good boy.
That
He's
sounds like
all
a you
yours.
problem, Bert.
I'll go on ahead, but I'll
Bert
be
says,
nearby.
I like the lore of this game, but it doesn't have the same Elder Scrolls soul to it. Yeah, I don't share your line of thinking, sorry. I very much feel that this game is every bit of an Elder Scrolls game as any of the other Elder Scrolls game.
Hail,
So yeah,
sir.
that's definitely
Let me know
a...
if you need assistance.
You're welcome to that opinion. I don't share it. Definitely a you problem.
Good day, Centurion.
I think the only difference between this and the single player games for me is the fact that the jump button is on the controller is X instead of... Oh no, am I gonna get seen? Oh, I need to avoid that guy. And I don't know that I can rebind it, and I don't know that I want to rebind it because they have other... I have abilities mapped there. It's way too much of a pain in the butt to remap
do not
things.
fear us.
Other than getting adjusted to the slightly different controller layout, it plays exactly like every other Bethesda game. Elder Scrolls or otherwise.
Good. You've arrived. Welcome, Centurion Garvo. Right this way.
Alright, talk to Kazira.
Carrie was right about you.
This one approves. You do the looting, the little people do the crafting, everyone does the spending.
Originally, we were going to force him out into the streets, make him confess to his soldiers firsthand. You found us a much more elegant way to see this done. We'll use their own illusions against them.
Perfect. I have played every Elder Scrolls game since Morrowind. I did not play the first two games. I started with Morrowind. I don't give a shit about the class system. I don't give a shit about the combat. I'm here for the story and the cutscenes, the voiceovers. Like, I've talked about this openly as I've been playing. I don't really care for the combat in these games. I've never enjoyed the combat in the Elder Scrolls games. I love the storylines and the skill progression and the lore and the voice acting. That is what has always made me enjoy the Elder Scrolls games. It's always been like just really fun storylines. I've always enjoyed the storylines and good world building. And like, you loot a bookshelf and it's got books that you can read. Um, that kind of stuff I've always enjoyed. But like the combat is extremely simplistic. Classes, I mean, it's like I always do stealth archer, always. This time around I'm doing a sorcerer and I'm having a great time with it. But yeah, I don't like it's let me put it this way. I play 60 games a year. If you've played one RPG, you've played them all. Every fucking game does classes. It's like I've played thousands of games in my life. I'm like so nonplussed over class discussions because it's like if you've played one stealth archer, you've played all the stealth archers. If you've played one druid, you've played all the druids. It's very rare for a game to do something that is so amazingly different than the other games that you're like, oh my god, the class system in this game is so amazing. Like it's an RPG. Like it all has its roots in Dungeons and Dragons. Like and yeah.
The crystal you found will allow us to imprint whatever we desire onto their projections. We'll get Gavo to confess his connection to the Stonefire cult, and every Colovian in Arentia will see it firsthand.
Dwarves make good fighters, halflings make good thieves, elves make good archers and sorcerers. Like archers and sorcerers. It's that simple. Like every single game does it that way. And you could even put that into the space like Star Trek. Vulcans and Klingons, it's just orcs and elves, right? And the Ferengi are dwarves. It's the same thing. Like it doesn't matter if it's science fiction or fantasy. Everything can boil down to humans and dwarves, orcs and halflings, and elves. Like
It's only right you have the honor of holding the crystal. I'll interrogate Gavo, and Cariel will be on hand to ensure he cooperates. Just get the crystal pointed at him when you're ready to begin. Tell us what you're doing here. Who is behind the attack on Orentia?
We are in league with the Stonefire cult. The cultists are here. They are hidden behind the walls of the temple district. They're performing a ritual, preparing the way for a dark anchor. They work to the dark orders of Javad Tharn, the necromancer.
Just what we needed.
okay.
I knew he'd be the weak link we needed. Well done.
So how do I imprint his confession on the illusions?
Take the crystal and head out to where Lavinia is spreading her message of tolerance and understanding. It should imprint a new illusion into every stand in the city at once. Some kind of magical resonance, I think. I'm no mage.
Oakley dokley.
The Colovians will break. Lavinia's forces will scatter. The perfect time to cut off the snake's head. According to Cariel, the general is using my favorite inn as her own personal manse. Kill her and we'll do the rest.
And you're gonna retake the city.
Yes, we'll marshal the resistance when you move out. The next time I pay homage to Joan and Jode, I plan to do so in a free Arentia. Good luck, traveler. You'll do good work out there.